Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacy Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1-hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hello, everybody. Hello, Eric.
Hey, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Are you excited that today is National Superhero Day?
Absolutely.
I mean, how perfect that our topic that we picked to talk about this week is toys. Did you play with superheroes when you were a kid?
You know, when I was a kid, they didn't have too many superhero
Like
action
dolls
figures.
and action figures and
Yeah,
things.
that was like there was a void in the market for some reason with those. I mean, unless you count like the Star Wars figures, which
Right.
I think that's separate. But yeah, I did collect comic books though. So
Oh,
and again, that's not really a toy either, but you know, it fits in with that.
we're going to kind of talk
General
about
aspect,
that.
yeah.
Right? So, so it is Thursday, April 28th. We have a guest. My guest today, our guest today, is my daughter, Grace. Hi, Grace.
Hey.
Welcome.
Right? I mean,
Thank you.
at this point, Eric knows the whole family, pretty much. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I could bring the
I don't
cats
think-
in sometime.
I,
I don't think
if you
they-
want to do that car ride with Finn, be my guest. But
Yeah,
that
no.
feels like
Maybe
one we
Finn
can-
could zoom in.
Yeah,
There you go.
perfect.
Well,
He is the most vocal.
he is the most vocal. And Grace, Eric has a dog
And a very vocal cat, too. So.
and the dog's name is Gertie. And
Stop.
Gertie is like 10-year-old, what is it, Beagle?
Yeah, she's a beagle mix.
Oh my,
Right?
you sound precious.
Yeah. Grace has been asking for a dog since pretty much Grace could say dog.
Yeah.
So,
They're great fun.
yeah. But
You
Then-
know, I think it's probably a good thing I don't have one because I, now in my adulthood, I guess, have no idea how you'd even begin to care for one. So probably good that you nipped that one in the bud. But
well, you know, you can figure that
living
out
out the
later.
dream.
Exactly.
You'll get there.
So, hey everybody, welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk. As we mentioned, I'm Stacy Heller, and we've got Eric and our guest. If you need a break in your day or your week, and you can't listen to the show live on Thursdays, then remember, no worries, you can subscribe to this show or my other show, Stacy Connects, which is on KKNW. You can listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. All you have to do is text DAMTT to 55678. And then separately, if you have something that you want to share, something good, please do text or call. The number is 475-999-2726.
Or
Yep.
IRC999 Bran.
There we go. Okay, so
Call us now.
I mean, it's just, we're trying
Or
so
whatever.
hard to come up with like some cool call-in thing, and it's just not happening. Irk Bran isn't bad.
IRC999 Bran is great because, you know.
The
we're-
999 really breaks it up. I like it.
That's right. We're that's the emergency number in some countries. So,
Oh, look at that.
yeah.
So like you're having an emergency and you need good.
You need Bran.
Yeah, right. Keep it regular.
No,
We're your
Exactly.
audio
It goes-
fiber.
Right. It's Irk. Call 999 Bran.
There you go.
Oh, look at, see, she gets her
It's a
ability
story.
to spin. Now, is
Yeah.
Irk spelled ERK?
IRK999 Bran.
We have a jingle. Oh my gosh. That's it. We're
That's gotta be
going.
official.
We're going to be syndicated any minute.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So now that we've talked about that, so what else has been good this week for you guys? By the way, I did mean to follow up. Last week at the end of the show, Eric made a reference about Jean-Luc. And I said that if anybody understood what the reference was, that they could get a $25 gift certificate to Dingfelder's Delicatessen. And Nobody called in or texted. However, I did tell my friend Dave Nelson about this conversation, and he immediately was like, "Oh, Jean-Luc," and totally knew it. So
He
Dave,
remembered the commercial.
He remembers. So congratulations, Dave Nelson. You unwittingly won yourself a gift certificate for $25 to Dingfelder's Delicatessen. Have the pastrami sandwich, try the Mrs. Maisel. Everything's delicious. So, hey, folks, you got to bone up on that popular culture references for this show because we love ourselves some popular culture.
Especially ones that are 40 years old.
Hey,
I was gonna say,
I'm over 40 years old, so
I feel like I'm a bit, this is working against me a little bit.
okay. Well,
I feel like
Well, that's why you're here, to bring in the younger reference.
You're right.
For
Exactly.
the kids.
exactly. Whatever the kids are saying these days.
Yes.
We're going to be hip to the scene. Okay, so my good thing that happened this week, I floated in one of those pods. You know, the kind that looks like you're like
Yeah.
from Mork or from Ork? Yeah, or Lady Gaga's egg from the Grammys that she came in on. It's like 10 inches of water and something like 600 pounds of Epsom salts. And you just
wow.
float.
And way to bring in those 40-year-old references right on cue. Mork from Mork. I appreciate that.
Right? But I brought in Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
come
there you
on.
go.
Um,
15-year-old references
yeah.
mixed into,
What can I say?
But I knew the Gaga one, so that's a start.
Of course you did. So that was really cool. It was an interesting experience because, you climb into this pod and they have a little spray bottle in there because the Epsom salts are so like almost thick. I mean, the water's not thick, but you get kind of like a slimy coating on you. And so if you, let's say, fall asleep and suddenly splash on your face, it's going to be so salty. So they have fresh water that you can spray in case you get it on your face or whatever. But it was a fascinating experience to be in this pod, and they recommend that you lie with your arms kind of up above your head, like you have the don't shoot kind of stance, because it's opposite of how you normally sit over a computer or at your desk. And you just float. I mean, that sounds obvious, right? But there are people that apparently really struggle with it. I mean, if you're claustrophobic, I suppose, right?
Sure.
Right.
But then this whole idea of some people come out of it, and because they kind of can't let themselves go, they get bruised.
Huh.
Because it's like, because you're like pushing against it so much. Like if you can't let yourself go, and so you're constantly in kind of this tense state, right? Then
Right.
you can feel maybe it's not bruised, but you feel really achy from it.
Oh.
Versus really being able to just like let go. And the idea is that it's actually supposed to soothe aches and pains if you have bad back or if you've got anxiety, or it also can be a creative state.
Float on.
Uh-huh. That's one of the songs that we used to do for
Rock band.
for Rock Band.
Float On by the Floaters.
Yep.
Their only big hit.
Yeah, I mean, Float On. Who was it that is that who did it?
Yeah, it was the Floaters.
Okay.
So, yeah, don't name your debut single after your band because you'll be a one-hit wonder.
I was gonna say that's kind of a recipe for not lasting success, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
that
would be a sink, not a float.
Yes.
Right. That one always cracked me up because the part where they go into their star signs, Aquarius, and I like ham, or whatever they say. But it's like 7 minutes long, so they got to fill some time in there. So they just start doing a personal ad in the middle of it.
Well,
Pretty good.
so this is like the B-52s, right? The B-50. Well, no, it's not. But do you remember the song, like, which one is it? Wanna Be? And they
By
did...
the Spice Girls?
No, B-52s.
Wannabe?
I don't remember the name of it. Okay. I'm going to have to look
And
it up.
by the way, speaking of B-52s, I just saw that they're doing their farewell tour this year.
Really?
Yeah, and I've never seen B-52s live, so I might actually have to do that.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. So I'm going to look up the name of the song, but it's the song where she says, I'm Kate and I'm a Taurus. I love tomatoes and black-capped chickadees.
Okay, I don't know that one, but yeah, they might be doing a slight parody of the Floaters there.
Maybe. Anyway, once again, I totally get.
Song for a future generation.
That's the one. Thank you. Man, he's faster. Okay, so now that we've once again gone decidedly off the rails, Eric, what's been good for you this week?
Well, just looking at the lyrics to this is good already. I mean, hi, I'm Fred, the Cancerian from New Jersey. You just can't help but do the Fred Schneider voice in your head while you read
Right?
Fred Schneider lyrics.
Totally. And like Kate McPherson, I mean, I have memorized that line from the beginning. I'm Kate and I'm a Taurus. I love tomatoes and black-capped chickadees.
That's the only part of it I know because you used to say that to us all the time. In every context, you'd be like, oh, I have to do an introduction for class. And you'd be like, do it in this format. Say, I'm Grace. I'm a Virgo and blah, blah, blah.
And I love cheese and bacon. And I love bacon, egg, and cheeses. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just a point of connection. So anyway, Eric, what's good besides the lyrics to that song?
Well, boy, what a beautiful weekend we had this last weekend. So,
yeah.
Yeah, of course, Gertie and I were out in the park again having fun in the sun.
Aww.
And, that was good times.
You're going to have to send me a picture of Gertie that I can, share on social media so that people can see Gertie.
We'll definitely do that.
Okay.
It's been a little bit of a tough week with Gertie because with Easter, we made a big ham. And so we've got a lot of leftovers. And so I've been giving her little pieces of ham, but she's turned into like an addict. And she's just in there, demanding ham, at all hours of the day and night. And it's getting a little bit ridiculous, It's like if she sees that pot come out of the fridge, it's rawr, 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 give me that. I'm surprised she hasn't tackled me, to be honest. And I mean, she's licking the walls with, because a little ham juice might have gone on it. She might need a 12-step program to get over ham until next Easter.
Well, you could take the remaining ham and you could freeze it and then bring out a little bit, like bacon strips, except it's ham strips.
Well, she has bacon treats that she gets, and we call it night bacon because there's a certain time of night where she goes and just waits patiently for that night bacon. But
honestly,
now the
Gertie,
ham has
same.
overtaken everything in her world. So,
oh my gosh!
Did you watch on Ellen when Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell did that thing, and she was trying to describe cheese puffs as a cheesy after dinner snack? That feels like night bacon. That's the human equivalent of a night bacon. Is the cheese puff as a crunchy after dinner snack?
That's kind of funny. Everybody has their thing that
Yeah.
I go to we have a rocket shaped candy dispenser that when you put your hand at the opening to some Mike and Ike's come out. And, nothing like going to bed and having sweet dreams to the tasty, tasty taste of Mike and Ike's. It's terrible for my dentist or my teeth, but whatever. All right, Grace, what about you? What's good this week?
Well, every rose has kind of had a thorn, but
Okay.
one thing that was, I don't know, but so my roommate yesterday, her car was hit. She was parked on the street and a spider apparently fell, and she went to swat the spider away and just drove right into the car. And that was not good. But the lady lives around the corner and she brought us a whole big thing of brownies and a Christmas card and was like, I'm so sorry again.
A Christmas card?
I don't know. We were like, she's really grasping at straws. She feels so bad.
Is it a picture of her family?
Yeah, it's a happy holidays.
So that may be why she did it, because it's here we are. This is the whole family.
Yeah. No, so it was very funny. But
okay, I do feel like we glossed over the fact that the woman was driving and
saw a spider and crashed her car.
No, I know. So yeah, I was like, odd. But apparently she has a landscaping business. So she had a bunch of plants in the back of her car.
Ah,
So it must have, yeah. Yeah.
that's funny.
But I did also today at work, one of my coworkers just sold his share of a restaurant that he had called Focaccia's. And I've been dying to go there. And it was super random that he like owned it. And so he said he's going to bring me a breakfast sandwich on Friday.
Well, I mean, honestly, these are the things that make life good.
You can't argue with breakfast sandwiches.
Right?
You know,
Like
I made
a free breakfast sandwich.
Absolutely. Always a good thing. I made eggs Benedict for the first time this last weekend because we had the ham.
Yep.
And, of course, our good buddy Vance Dingfelder was talking about how to make hollandaise sauce. And I'd never done it before, and it sounded really great. So I gave it a try and made some hollandaise and hollandaise.
How did
Not
it
the
go?
hollandaise card, but the hollandaise sauce. And, it turned out pretty good, I got to say. I didn't do it with the champagne vinegar that Vance recommended because I couldn't find that. But, a lot of recipes recommend lemon juice instead. So that's what I did, and it turned out great. Yeah.
That's so cool. Did you reference our show and go back and listen to it? Or were you just inspired?
I was inspired by
That's okay. Yeah. I love that. That's amazing. Grace loves, you love Eggs Benedict.
Love it.
That's like your thing.
That's my tester breakfast. When I go to a diner, I get that to test the quality of it.
That's your diner breakfast?
Yeah.
A diner breakfast is like,
I can't trust the corned beef hash because sometimes it's like fresh. Blech.
I know.
So
we like the canned, we like the canned one that's like basically like dog food.
Yeah. So if I'm going to a diner or a breakfast place, I get an Eggs Benedict the first time. And then if I'm going to a pizza place for the first time, I get plain cheese. I got to test those are my base qualifications.
I feel like the plain cheese would be easy for them to get right, whereas the Eggs Benedict might be a little more difficult. So it's like two different ways to test, I guess. Did they get the basics correct? Then chances are they might get something more complex correct.
You'd be
if
surprised,
they get the Eggs Benedict correct, that they can handle complicated stuff.
You'd be surprised, though, like with cheese pizza on the East Coast. Like, if you, you start to suddenly see, the differences between, oh, that's good and that's not good. So
yeah. And you can tell the places that compensate. Like, the places that are, the crust is a little weird, so they overload it. Or there's a place in town that has a salad pizza. And I'm like, that just means you have bad pizza if you have to put a salad on it. That's not good. So
one of the most disgusting things I ever heard of was I was in Cork, Ireland, and a pizza place there had a salad pizza that had Thousand Island sauce on it.
Oh,
and I said, okay.
That's
I honestly think Irish food is underrated, but in this case, maybe they were living up to the stereotype of bad food.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's the Irish Italian that maybe that's a genre we shouldn't explore.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Oh my gosh. Okay. People that are listening, share some of the things that you've tried that are maybe not so good, which I'm not being negative. I like a good story. We have, when the girls and I go shopping, we have a rule if we're all shopping together that if the item is really hideous or it's really good, then you show it to the other people. Because, I don't know, we're all down for a good laugh, right? I mean, so.
Yeah.
So, share these things. You can call, what is it?
475-999-CRAM.
There we go. That's another one. That's such a good one. Okay. Should we take a really quick break here? And then when we come back, I think we're going to chat with Vance Dingfelder. We got to find out what we're eating this week. So keep listening. And when we come back to Don't Ask Me to Talk, we'll talk to Vance. Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk with Stacy Heller and Eric Ryder and our guest today, Grace Heller. And it's that time of the show when we talk to Vance Dingfelder of Dingfelder's Delicatessen, and we find out, what are we eating?
What are we eating, Stace?
I don't know. I know that I'm sure Grace is curious. Grace?
Well, Grace is joining us today, and I think that's incredible. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
What are you in the mood for? What would you like to eat?
I would love a burger.
Oh, a burger. Just a burger? Like a Dick's burger or a Shake Shack burger? What kind of burger? A Jack's Grill burger?
Maybe something a little fancier. Like a good, like something that's got a little pizzazz.
Like a brisket, ground brisket burger.
Ooh, yeah.
What is pizzazz for a burger?
Yeah, Grace.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, like those places that's like it's got like a mac and cheese burger. I don't want that, but like something
mac
interesting.
And cheese. Now that's a little okay. That's like, see, I'm too much of a purist. Although I love
like something surprising.
So you just like something that's not necessarily what you're expecting.
When Grace went burger, I was like, okay, like burgers are amazing, and I've always made awesome burgers. I grew up in Jan's making burgers on the griddle. We were making smash burgers before it was a thing, right? Ooh. But they were thick, and they weren't thin. They were nice, thick, fat, juicy burgers. And I've always had an affinity for a char grilled burger that is juicy. So like when you bite into it, it drips down.
Yes.
And, and you kind of dunk it in ketchup, right? And I personally love a bacon cheeseburger with maybe, American. I love American on a burger. I really do. I like American and grilled cheese. But
really,
yeah, I do. American cheese, Kraft American, Orlando Lakes American, is really decent.
I mean, it is my childhood, I will say.
Exactly.
In the little clear paper, cellophane paper.
Yes, I could use Comté or Emmentaler or cheddar. Really good. Beecher's makes amazing cheddar. But I like Beecher's for like mac and cheese, right?
Yep.
But for a grilled cheese or a burger, for a while I was into blue cheese on a burger, but it was more, it's a little much. And I love Roquefort. It's my favorite.
On a burger?
On a burger, I really like American. And sometimes I'll do Swiss and American with bacon, with grilled onions or raw onion, and ketchup, salt and pepper. No lettuce and tomato. I will. I put mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato. It's okay. But I keep going back to my bacon cheeseburger with fried onions, and I'm a happy guy. The pickle's on the side. It doesn't have to be on the burger, but I do like the pickle, right?
Now, fried onion.
Fried onions, yes, fried onions.
Like the little haystack, No. Like you take just regular onions and you saute them. That's it. And you get them a little caramelized, soft,
we used to have them in like I said, in where we made most of where I grew up, and we had a whole third pan full. You'd make them in the morning, and they'd sit next to the grill, and you'd put them on burgers.
Yep.
And, they were really good, sweet, oniony fried onions that were golden brown that, people just don't have the patience to make.
Well.
Now, when she said burger, though, I'm like thinking, okay, well, burger's just ground steak. So why don't we just have steak for dinner, right? But burgers, now that we're talking about them, how do you make your burgers, Stace? What do you do?
Well, what do? We take our ground beef or our ground steak or mixture of whatever it is that we've bought, and I used to do a lot more to the meat, and now I'm like salt and pepper. And actually,
Exactly.
Grace takes if the meat is fresh, Grace takes the ground beef and she eats it with just salt and she takes a bite.
Okay, so if it was ground fresh, right? Not that she bought ground beef. So I used to have to make the burgers when I was a little kid. It's the first job I had in my father's restaurant. They were 5 1/4 ounce burgers, and I used to have to make meatballs, 5 1/4 ounces on the scale, no digital scale, right? And I used to make a 10-pound, and they called it chop meat. So it wasn't even ground beef; it was called chop meat.
Wow! So you were chop meat because that's the job you had.
So I used to eat it raw, right? Same thing. And when I worked for my friend's father's butcher shop, he was cutting steak, and he cut a piece of steak and he ate it. And I was like, what? What did you just do? And he goes, yeah, what's the deal? So he said, here, taste it. He goes, what's it taste like? And I said, it tastes like steak. He goes, exactly. Now you know what cooking does to it. So ever since then, as a chef, I always taste things raw because I want to know what cooking does to it, like shrimp or, something that's not going to get me sick, but for the most part, right? But burgers, I used to chop up onion and put, chopped onion in it. That's a meatball, okay? I used to put Worcestershire sauce in my burger and then form it and make it that way. So at the end of the day, personally, I think good meat is your key. And the best meat that I like to make a burger out of is my favorite steak, which is ribeye. But what I really like is like the trim. So I'll go to my friend Golden Steer and he'll get me some dry-aged ribeye steaks. And I'll say, hey, man, save the trim. I want to make some burgers. And he would cut a cap, and we would grind up the cap and make burgers out of that. Now, I don't know if you've ever done that, gone to a butcher, tell them you want the ribeye cap ground up, put a little extra fat in it, tell them you want 25% fat.
How would I know this?
Most restaurants use 75-25, at least the good burgers. Okay? 80-20 is what every other restaurant uses. You're buying in the grocery store lean and extra lean because everybody wants to be healthy. Lean meat does not make a great burger. Just saying, got to have the fat. If you're going to have a burger, have some fat.
The flavor's in the fat.
You might as well just make a turkey burger and to hell with it all.
Wow. That's just fighting words.
Do you have a meat thermometer?
Yes.
Okay. Imagine you're making a steak.
Yep.
Okay. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
Okay. Medium rare.
Yep.
Good. Rare is good. Blackened, charred, rare. It's got to have onions. So have you ever made a steak in your cast iron skillet?
A long time ago.
We got to do that because it's a new thing. Now that we're coming into barbecue weather, everybody can grill.
The butter and like in the pot or in the cast iron.
You take the cast iron skillet, put a little oil.
Okay,
in
you
it.
two TikTokers.
Wait a minute. What was
Or
that?
2 chefs. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 chefs.
Two chefs. Like touche?
Right, touche.
Maybe that's why, I've Shay.
There you go.
So in the cast iron skillet, you heat it up, you get it nice and hot, you put a little oil in it, just a little bit, olive oil, and you throw your steaks in there. You room temperature steaks. Now, if you're making burgers, you want them on the char grill. No, in the pan, they're okay. You get that nice crust going, but the flavor from the grill in the burger, for me, makes the burger better. I like a smash burger. I grew up on smash burgers, but the char grill is really what gets it done. So anyway, I like to cook my burger on the char grill. I salt and pepper my burger, I turn it over, put my cheese on it, and cook it for about 3 minutes on each side, put the cheese on it, and then I just cover it with aluminum foil pan. Or if you can close it, you close it just to melt the cheese.
Yep.
And then toast the bun, butter it, toast it on the grill, toast the bun, put it on, have your onions in the cast iron skillet with butter. Now, back to the steak. You make your steak, you put it on the pan, you turn it over after 3 minutes, you got a nice crust going.
Yeah.
You put in a cube of butter, you put in some thyme, and you put in some garlic. You take your steak out, you let your steak rest, and you put all your onions in that pan, and you let them cook down. That's it. Mix them around, let them cook. Those are your sautéed onions. You can keep those in your refrigerator and use those for future reference. But
taking
I
notes.
gotta have fried onions on my brioche bun.
Oh, man.
You gotta get a Macrina brioche bun.
Oh, those are
Butter
local
it and
for
toast it.
Seattle, right?
Macrina brioche buns rock. They're really good.
Yeah.
But, so if you want a burger, Grace, what about the bacon? What's your favorite bacon?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
have a
put it in front of
favorite?
me, and I don't really savor it to know what its
So
flavor is.
Newski's has a great bacon. Okay, that's one. But
Okay.
my favorite bacon, Hempler's also has a really good bacon. We all have seen that. But Beeler's, Bellers, has a Black Forest bacon that I have to say is pretty bad. It's just so good. And I haven't found a bacon that really beats it unless I'm making my own bacon.
All right.
And my favorite bacon is lamb bacon.
Really?
Oh, lamb bacon is ridiculous. I made it a couple of times.
Okay. Once again, of course, we're getting off topic here.
In fact, there's a TikTok about it.
Exactly. Exactly my point. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, but you see, TikTok's not cool anymore.
Okay. Now what are we on to?
2 years ago, it was cool.
All right.
Now it's like everybody's doing it. It's like,
All right. Well, now that you've made me really hungry, Grace.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, always.
What are you in the mood for?
Well, we just
Burger?
talked about it.
Steak or lamb bacon?
All of it. Yes. I would like to have a steak that has a topping of a burger with a little lamb bacon on the side. What about you, Eric?
Hey, it all sounds amazing. Is any of this on the menu at Dingfelder's?
You can get it through Nourish Catering, okay? Because I do my slider, my bacon cheeseburger slider is made with a Kobe beef burger. Yeah, it is.
I've had it. It's amazing.
But at Dingfelder's, the closest you're going to come is my Reuben.
Oh, yeah.
Love a good Reuben.
So good.
My Reuben has 16 ounces of meat on it.
It's all about the meat.
It's fat, and it drips, and it's cheesy, and it's crunchy, and you bite into it, and you get the Russian dressing and the Swiss cheese and the sauerkraut, and the buttery rye bread that's got perfectly toasted.
All right. Okay. You got to stop now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all that to say, once again, with Vance, we go off the rails. We get distracted.
You too. It's you know what? I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding?
Down the rabbit hole. Went down the rabbit hole again.
Hey, next time we'll end up talking about rabbit.
Why
So
don't we talk about pizza?
next time. So thank you, Vance. It's always fascinating going down the food rabbit hole with you and learning about what we should be eating. And if you are interested in learning more about Vance and Dingfelders, then you can go to dingfelders.com, and you can also check out Nourish Catering. And I just cannot recommend it enough. Remember, it's all about the meat. So,
Stacy, thank you so much.
Are you
Have a beautiful
kidding?
Night.
you
Have a great week.
You
Great.
too.
It was really cool having you. Take care.
Nice. Oh, you too.
Bye,
See
Vance.
you soon. Bye.
The man knows his food.
The man knows his food. Like, it's like if you were to just come up with a random topic, it's like, and go, and he just goes. But that's the way it is.
But I would like that if he's going to talk about it like that, I think that he should come with the food he talks about, because it
Right?
feels a bit rude, honestly.
I agree. And I think that we're going to have to start doing scratch and sniff or something. So,
Right. Exactly.
well, with that note, let's take a really quick break. And then when we come back, we can actually talk about the topic at hand, which is supposed to be choice. So keep listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk with Stacy and Eric and our guest, Grace. We'll be right back.
I thought it was burgers.
Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I really can't figure out the placement of where what are we eating should go. I can't decide if it should be like at the end so I leave hungry, it's just, I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, because now we got 20 minutes to sit here with stomachs rumbling.
Right? There's a rumbly in my tumbly. Okay, well then let's fill our time talking about today's topic, which randomly is toys.
That's right.
So
Thanks to the wheel of nonsense that we...
the wheel
pick
of topics.
each
Exactly.
week. Yes.
Like every time I'm like, why did I put that on the list? So the topic of toys, which actually is an interesting thing to talk about as an adult. I did it made me wonder, like, what is a toy, right? You know, because as adults, we're a family that plays card games all the time and board games and puzzles and things like that. So I was like, is that a toy? Like, I don't know. Like, what's a toy? So I did look it up, which makes me feel like I'm going back to my middle school days of like going to the Encyclopedia Britannica to look up, like, according to Webster's Dictionary, the definition of a toy is. But you know what? It's a classic and you can't beat a classic. So one definition suggested that it's an enjoyable means of training young people for life. I'm like, so
It's a little high level.
right? I thought that was interesting. Although if you think about it like a doll maybe, or like your working out scenarios, like the Chatty Cathy was just preparing a generation of people for me. I mean,
Right, or when I would make my Barbie fall off the horse? Question mark.
did she get right back on?
Probably.
See? Right?
No, you're right. Yeah.
And then there was another part that suggested that toys help adults form social bonds. It helps them remember and reinforce lessons from childhood, and that toys can be therapeutic. And that's kind of interesting. A lot of times when it comes to toys and adults, it's like we think of like, you know, oh, a man and his toys, like the car or like the, I don't know, ATV or something.
Power tools.
Right. Kind of. And it becomes sort of dismissive. But like, so there's a couple topics going on here. Toys. So what do you think is like makes a toy? Like, is a board game a toy?
Yeah, I think loosely speaking, that fits into toys.
Okay.
You know, it's a leisure time device, I guess. So, therefore, toy.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I kind of had this list. I'm like, okay, board games, card games, video games, like we call them games. But how?
Yeah, I guess, like, is there a distinction between a toy and a game? Because, like, you could play games with your toys, but is the game inherently a toy?
See, this is deep topics for us.
This is deep. You know?
I think for the purposes of this conversation, that a game is a toy.
Well, except before we go there, because of course you're keeping us on the right track, Eric, and I appreciate that about you. And I immediately turn directly left. I mean, wouldn't you expect it?
Well, I just think if we split hairs on it, then we don't actually get to talking about the topic, and
that's true. All right, so
it's fun for nobody.
Okay, all right, that is true. So I'll ask you the question first. Then, what are the toys that you most loved as a kid, and like, do you have toys that you play with now?
Well, toys in the sense that there's items that I have fun with, I guess, now. So, you know, I want to
We're not splitting hairs, remember?
Yes. I'm just saying I want to call my guitar a toy, but it still kind of fills that space that a childhood toy might have. Or I have a kayak that I'd like to get out on the water with. And again, that would be the same as like having roller skates as a kid, or a dirt bike, which would be vaguely classified as all toys, you know. So yeah, I do have some, and as a kid, you know, I had some good toys. But I think maybe the Tonka trucks that I had when I was a toddler were maybe my favorite, because I'd like sit on the back of those and rocket down a hill, like, you know, riding a bike or something, but sitting on the back of a dump truck instead, and just riding that down the hill was a ton of fun. So,
yeah, Grace, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, honestly, good to know that it's not singular to our family. Will, I literally don't think he knew how to walk. He could just shove his feet on the dump truck and push himself down the hill. Like, I'm doing this motion with my hands. He just would
like both of his legs would move simultaneously, because he would straddle the back of the truck and he would be like, woo, 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 and like away he would go. And we were like, uh-oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to ride a bike where you have to kind of like be going on a counter like action.
I think it's a stepping stone to a bike. I went from that to a tricycle to, you know, a bicycle. And
well, Will was like 15 when he stopped. No, I'm kidding.
How did he squat low enough to get on those things? We
had to keep getting him a bigger one.
Well, when I was a kid, the Tonka trucks were made out of metal, so they're really sturdy. But then later they switched to plastic because it was cheaper. So I don't know if kids today have that same experience. But
I had my brother's Tonka trucks, and I don't remember where they went, but they're probably worth a mint. Or a Werther's. Grace, what about you? What toys did you love playing with as a kid, and would you say that you have like toys that you play with now?
I'm thrilled you asked. I played with, I think, number one with my Barbies, But then I also loved me the 15 number puzzle game.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. The gyro wheel or Euro wheel. I don't know how you pronounce that one. But the thing that was like,
Yep. It had.
Yep. Legos.
Okay.
I did love me some Legos. And then I don't know. Those may have been my top ones.
Legos were big at my house too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And I think my current toy would be my hair. Because I just sit and play with it, tie it in knots. I don't know. It's bad. But
that feels like it's a fidget spinner.
Yeah, totally. Like, I feel like I don't have any, in terms of like what those would be, like the 15 number game, I still have that on my phone. I play that every time I ride the subway. I play it on the train. Like, I'm still obsessed with that.
Yeah, phones are adult toys.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the gyro wheel or whatever, that's a fidget spinner. That's like, that was just a fidget tool. Barbies, I think the only thing is like, I don't have anything where I like play pretend.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose like the things that I would play pretend were like Barbie and her friends going out to dinner. So like I just do that.
So now you're Barbie and you're going out to.
So now I'm Barbie.
You did have the Barbie game.
Yeah, I did. I loved the Barbie game. But yeah, no, I was a big, I don't know. I liked like I think, and I guess like Legos, like building and stuff. I don't really do any of that stuff anymore. But that was more so because I desperately wanted a connection with my brothers. So I was less about the Legos,
right?
More about the quality time,
right?
But
interesting.
But yeah, I think toys. I wish I had more. I wish there was more like adult toys. Oh, knitting. I guess I knit to like occupy myself.
Right. I remember making those the pot holders with the weaving thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was considered a kid's toy, which then folds into the whole like definition of a toy being like training for life.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah. All right.
Now, both of you being women, was there any, like, it used to be toys were way more gendered, I think, than they are now. Was there any, like, boys' toys that you were, like, jealous of that you wanted to play with, and vice versa? Were your brothers ever like, give me that Easy Bake Oven, Because I always thought that was a cool.
That was cool. You got food.
Girls, the Easy Bake
Totally.
Oven. Yeah. I never had that, but it seemed like a fun item.
Yeah, I would say I had two older brothers, and like perfect example, the clubhouse, aka the little shed in the backyard. When I came along, my mom very happily switched it over to like my little house that I was supposed to play, and kitted the whole thing out with like the vacuum and the doll and I had zero.
You're 6 now. You're
desire.
Moving out.
Right. Like, and you have a family of your own that you now need to care for and feed, and don't forget to vacuum. And I was like, I felt like I look back on it now, and I had on like an apron and a doll on my hip, and I'm pushing the vacuum, and I should have like a drink in one hand and a cigarette in the other. Like, when's he going to be home? Nothing like creating like a playscape of like resentment and bitterness. But yeah, that I eschewed all of that. I did not like playing out there. There were spiders out there. So forget that. And I just wanted to be around my brothers. Same that Grace was saying. Like, whatever they were doing, I just wanted to be in the middle of it. It seemed like more fun.
Yeah. I think the only thing, I think it was more so that like I always wanted to play with the boys' trucks and play with all that stuff, but it wasn't because I was a girl that I couldn't. It was just because I was there, like it was theirs, like they were like, no, don't touch, but they would do that to anyone. Like they would do that to me if I was a boy or a girl, They did pop the heads off of all my Ken dolls. So I don't know if they had something that they need to work through in terms of gender.
That feels like
toys.
another show.
Yeah, that sounds like another, not even a show. That sounds like therapy. But yeah, they were clearly peeved by my Barbies.
Or threatened, question mark?
Threatened, maybe, I don't know. But
what about you?
I don't think there was anything gendered.
Eric, did you have like sort of gender biased toys?
I guess those were the ones that I asked for. So yes, but like I said, I always thought the Easy Bake Oven was pretty cool.
Right.
That a kid could have, could make cupcakes or whatever with a light bulb
Right.
in their bedroom. Seemed like that's pretty awesome. So I never got one, but I always thought it was neat.
It is pretty neat. And I will say that, like, as the youngest, I wonder if there's in birth order, like, by the time my mom and dad got to meet, like, they were buying me toys that didn't have a lot of loose pieces. So, like, Light Bright, never got that because that had a lot of pieces. And
they
things
were
like
easy
that.
to lose or get stuck in the carpet.
Right.
You'd step on a Light Bright like you would Legos and curse the
Exactly.
heavens, I guess.
Exactly. Now,
We had Light Bright.
you did?
Yeah, and the Legos and the knockoff Legos and Lincoln Logs.
Oh, Lincoln Logs were fun.
They
Definitely.
Oh my gosh. Well,
They were like Minecraft IRL.
yes. She's bringing in the younger
See?
generation. So then, like, the imaginative play thing. Do you think, Grace? I mean, I did so much imaginative play as a kid. Like, I played like Office. Back in my day, we had like the while you were out pads, and they were in like triplicate. And I loved being like a boss lady and whatever. Do you remember a lot of imaginative play, either of you? In that way?
Yes.
What about you, Eric?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I wonder if there's as much now. Like, I feel like the way toys are now, it's like Sims.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I remember I think there was like probably like 10 years ago, there was like it was a good time for imaginative play because it's like when I would play Office, I would make my laptop out of paper and I would have multiple screens and it would be like just flipping paper. It was,
Right.
it was paper. But then I feel like about like 10 years ago, like, I don't know, maybe even, yeah, because like that's when there was like those iPhones.
Yep.
That was just basically a walkie-talkie.
Right.
So like, and then like there's fake laptops. So it was like, that was kind of the perfect time because you could like have tangible things to play like Office. But now I feel like kids just have iPads
Yeah.
to type on and phones to call with. And it's like, it's just not, you don't have to like imagine as much because you can just kind of do it.
Listen to her. She sounds jaded and old. Back in my
So
day.
dated.
Interesting. All right. Well,
There used to be candy in my laptop.
Yeah.
exactly.
Now it's just cookies.
All right. Well, right. Interesting. Well, at the end of the day, toys are supposed to be fun. So go out and play. All right. On that, before we run out of time, let's pick our topic from the great Wheel o' Topics. Grace, wait until you listen to this.
I'm so excited.
It's pretty cool.
All right, it's play/Broadway show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So we're going to be talking about theater.
Acting.
Exactly. Thespians. Interesting.
Now, you both kind of seem to me like you must have done some like acting in school, and you seem like classic theater kids to me. But well, I guess we'll find out if that's true.
I have no comment, surprisingly. All right. Well, thank you, Grace, for talking about toys and for playing with us today.
Thanks for inviting me and having
love that I get to play with my kids. And I want to encourage people, somebody text DAMTT to 55678. And the first person that does that, again, I will give you a gift certificate to Dingfelder's Delicatessen so you can try some of these things that we've been talking about. So text that or reach out to me through our number, which is 475-999-2726.
AKA 475-99 Yaran.
All right.
They're endless, really.
Right. From the sublime to the ridiculous, that's what we do here, and we do it well. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good week.